हाँ.
Welcome back to another episode of Advancement in Clinical Trials. I am Dr. Shikha Agrawal, and this is part 2 of our exploration into AI in pharmaceutical development. Today, we are focusing on clinical trials, how AI is transforming trial design, patient selection, and regulatory strategies. Rejoining me is Sumanth Mayur. Sumanth, is AI fundamentally changing what we consider a successful clinical trial?
That's a profound question, Dr. Agarwal. Traditional development has been binary. Trials either meet endpoints or they don't. AI enables information maximization, approaches where even failed trials generate valuable insights. Machine learning can identify subpopulations showing treatment benefit when overall trials are negative or reveal unexpected response biomarkers. We are shifting from binary success or failure to continuous learning systems.
Let's explore adaptive trial design. How is machine learning making real time trial modifications practically feasible?
Well, Dr. Agarwal, the traditional adaptive designs require pre specified adaptations rules, anticipating every scenario before starting. AI enables truly responsive adaptations based on unanticipated data patterns. Reinforcement learning algorithms continuously optimize dose selection in dose finding studies. Instead of testing fixed levels, algorithms learn from each patient's response, adjusting subsequent dosing to maximize dose response information. And consider oncology trial testing fixed doses across populations. AI driven designs integrate real time biomarker data, pharmacokinetic measurements, and early efficacy signals to personalize dosing. Bayesian neural network model, complex dose exposure response relationships, accounting for genetic polymorphisms, comorbidities, and concomitant medications. Optimal dosing becomes a function of patient characteristics rather than hoping single doses work universally.
Well explained, Sumant. Uh, my next question is: how is AI transforming patient stratification and enrollment strategies?
Well, AI's pattern recognition excels here. And traditional biomarker stratification uses single or limited molecular markers. AI integrates genomic, proteomic, metabolomic, and clinical data to identify complex molecular signatures predicting treatment response. And I would like to add from a pharmacological perspective, AI reveals that drug response often depends on pathway level perturbations rather than single gene alterations. Graph neural networks trained on protein interaction data identify patients with similar pathway dysregulation, even with different specific genetic alterations.
Speaking of that, how do we ensure AI identified subgroups are clinically meaningful and not statistical artifacts?
Well, that is a good question by you, Dr. Agarwal. I would like to say the key is integrating mechanistic understanding with data driven approaches. Models incorporating pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic principles identify clinically meaningful stratifications. If AI identifies subgroups based on liver enzyme polymorphisms and the drug is metabolized by those enzymes, that has clear mechanistic rationale versus purely demographic stratifications that might be statistically significant but biologically arbitrary.
Okay, moving on to some real world evidence and safety monitoring. How is AI integrating clinical trial data with real world evidence sources?
AI bridges efficacy in controlled settings with real world effectiveness. Machine learning analyzes electronic health records, claims data, and patient reported outcomes to identify discrepancies between trial results and real world performances, enabling proactive safety signal or efficacy variation identification. And traditional pharmacovigilance relies on incomplete, biased, spontaneous reporting. AI enables active surveillance by continuously monitoring health records for drug related adverse event patterns. And also, natural language processing analyzes clinical notes for events physicians might not formally report. Causal inference algorithms distinguish drug related events from background disease progression. The breakthrough is identifying rare but serious adverse events undetectable in large trials. AI analyzes population level data for statistical anomalies suggesting unknown safety signals.
So, Sumanth, how are the regulatory agencies adapting to AI-driven clinical development?
Yeah, agencies embrace AI's potential while ensuring its safety and data integrity. The key challenge here is validation. AI models require new frameworks assessing not just predictive accuracy but robustness, bias, and interpretability. Generalizability is critical. Models trained on one geographic region might not perform well in different populations. Algorithmic bias is equally important. AI can perpetuate healthcare disparities if training data under presents certain groups, potentially affecting treatment decisions.
What about economic implications?
Dr. Agarwal, I would like to say here that AI creates a shift from fixed cost to variable intelligence development. Traditional development as predictable but high costs. AI enables intelligent resource allocation where investment adjusts based on accumulating evidence. AI driven interim analyzes identify futile trials earlier or unexpected efficacy signals justifying expanded programs. This enables portfolio based rather than asset based strategies.
Well, what developments do you see on the horizon?
Mm, the convergence of AI with digital health technologies excites me most. Wearable devices and remote monitoring generate unprecedented patient data. AI models integrating continuous data streams with traditional endpoints enable more sensitive treatment effect detection. We are seeing digital twins, AI models simulating individual patient treatment responses. This could revolutionize trial design by enabling virtual protocol testing before enrolling patients.
So, any final thoughts for our audience?
Well, on the final thoughts for our audience, I would like to say the transformation is inevitable, but success depends on addressing technical, regulatory, and ethical challenges. The most successful organizations will build AI capabilities while maintaining focus on pharmacological principles and patient centered outcomes. AI is powerful, no doubt about that, but only as good as the questions we ask and problems we solve. The future belongs to those thoughtfully integrating computational capabilities with therapeutic expertise.
Thank you so much, Suman, for these comprehensive insights into AI's role in clinical development.